Okay, this is one of you have asked a question about the WileyPlus exercise at the end of section 2.6. It's question 41. There are parts A and B to it. I'll do part A, and I hope that that'll help you with part B. You're given that for both parts, this first two pieces of information, f prime of x is 6x times f of x, and f of 2 is equal to 2. And then in part A, you're also given that g of x is f of secant of x, and you're asked to find g prime of x. So let's start with what we know. We know that g of x is equal to f of secant of x. Then g prime of x is going to be the derivative with respect to x of f of secant of x. And this is a composite function. We have the outside function being f and the inside function being secant. So this derivative is f prime evaluated at the inside function secant of x times the derivative of secant of x, and the derivative of secant of x is secant of x times tangent of x. Now further, we know that f prime of x is 6x times f of x. So f prime of, rather than x, secant of x, in each instance of x, we'll have to replace the x with secant of x. So this f prime of x is 6 times secant of x, replacing the x with secant of x, times f of secant of x, and that's f prime of secant of x, times secant times tangent. All right, and now we have to remember, let's see, we have a triangle. If we think of a triangle where we have a right triangle, I should say, with one angle being pi over 3, because that's what we'll have here. Remember, the sides are in the ratio of 1 to square root of 3. So let's take a look. If I find g prime of pi over 3, that's going to be, well, I'm going to have to take each instance of x and replace it with pi over 3. So it'll be 6 times the secant of pi over 3 times f of the secant, another instance of x coming up here, of pi over 3 times the secant of pi over 3 times the tangent of pi over 3. Okay, now remember, secant of theta is the reciprocal of cosine. Cosine is the adjacent over hypotenuse, so secant is the hypotenuse over adjacent, and tangent of theta in a right triangle is opposite over adjacent. So what we'll have here, this will be 6 times secant of pi over 3, hypotenuse over adjacent, will be 2 over 1, or just 2, times f of secant of pi over 3, again, that's f of 2, times secant of pi over 3 again, which is 2, times tangent of pi over 3, which is opposite over adjacent, square root of 3 over 1, or just square root of 3. Now we're also given, if you look back up there, that f of 2 was 2, so this is going to be 6 times 2 times 2 again times 2 once more times the square root of 3. And 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, so this will be 6 times 8, or 48, times the square root of 3. I hope that this helps you with the problem that you're dealing with.